Ever get frustrated with like the software for some new gadget?
Oh, yeah.
You know, the kind where it feels like you need an advanced degree just to turn the thing on.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely.
It's like a common frustration, I feel like, especially for scientists, you know, working with all this cutting edge equipment.
Yeah.
So today we are diving into a fascinating article
Okay.
from way back in February 2003.
Wow.
It's called Agile Acquisition
Okay.
by William L. Weaver.
Okay.
He wrote this as an editorial for Scientific Computing and Instrumentation.
All right.
And it really kind of sparked some interesting thoughts about how software could be developed differently.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, looking back at this article, it's really amazing how relevant it still is,
Oh, yeah.
even though technology has advanced so much in the, you know, almost 20 years since then.
It's true.
But it really seems like Weaver's central point that software development needs to kind of catch up with this rapid pace of scientific innovation.
Mm-hmm.
It's like even more critical today.
Absolutely.
So Weaver kicks off the article with this really kind of funny anecdote
Okay.
about labs, you know, getting these brand new instruments
Yeah.
with, you know, top of the line hardware.
Yeah.
But then the software is just so clunky.
Oh, yeah.
It's counterintuitive and user unfriendly.
I can definitely see that.
And he even compares it to like stepping out of a time machine.
Really?
You know, it's like having a supercomputer
Mm-hmm.
that can process data at lightning speed.
Yeah.
But the user interface is like something out of like an 80s video game.
Oh.
You know?
Oh.
Like that's the comparison he makes.
Yeah, I can see that.
And that's not just like a minor inconvenience.
Right.
This actually has some real consequences for scientists.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
Wasted time,
Yeah.
frustration,
Mm-hmm.
the potential impact on like research,
Yeah.
you know?
It's like having a Ferrari,
Yeah.
but you have to drive it with bicycle handlebars.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
You have all this potential there.
Yeah.
But it's like the software is holding it back.
Totally.
And Weaver really argues that this disconnect, you know, stems from like the traditional way software was developed, which is often called like the waterfall method.
Okay.
You know, imagine like a waterfall cascading down
Yeah.
in stages.
Okay.
And that's how this method kind of works.
Yeah.
You start with like very detailed specifications of exactly what the software needs to do.
Uh-huh.
Then there's a long development cycle
Okay.
where, you know, programmers are coding away in isolation.
Yeah.
And finally, at the end,
You get to.
you get to the beta testing phase where users actually get to see the software.
Oh, that's interesting.
So the problem
It
is
assumes.
it assumes that the users can like perfectly predict their needs
Right.
up front,
Yeah.
which in the world of science
Yeah.
is almost
Pretty-
impossible.
Pretty much. Yeah. Because, you know,
New discoveries.
new discoveries happen all the time.
Yeah, and experiments evolve.
Yeah.
So the software that seemed perfect, you know, a year ago
Yeah.
might be completely inadequate today.
Totally.
And once that waterfall is flowing,
Yeah.
it's almost impossible to change course.
Right.
You're kind of stuck with what you initially planned,
Yeah.
even if it no longer fits
Yeah.
the current needs.
It's like trying to steer a giant ship
Mm,
with like a tiny rudder.
yeah,
You know?
you can't really do much.
No?
So how do we break free
Yeah. How do we?
from this rigid waterfall
Uh-huh.
and create software that can keep pace with this like dynamic world of science?
Right.
That's where agile development comes in.
Okay. Agile development.
Agile development.
Yeah.
It's a buzzword we hear all the time these days.
It is. Yeah.
What exactly does it mean, though, in
Yeah.
this context?
In this context.
Weaver really highlights extreme programming, or XP,
Okay.
as like this more flexible and adaptable approach.
And it really is a shift in mindset,
Agile is
embracing change,
embracing change.
incorporating user feedback throughout the entire process,
Okay.
and delivering working software frequently.
Okay, so
Yeah.
instead of those massive upfront specifications,
Yeah.
XP utilizes what are called user stories.
User stories.
These are like short, simple descriptions of how the user actually wants to interact with the software.
Okay.
It's like saying, as a scientist, I need to be able to easily visualize my data
Yeah.
in real time
Right.
so that I can adjust my experiment on the fly.
Okay. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
It's like very user-focused.
Yeah.
And then instead of these long development cycles,
Yeah.
you know, the development team works in short bursts.
Okay.
which are called sprints.
Great sprints.
Which usually last, I think, a couple of weeks.
Okay.
And at the end of each sprint,
Yeah.
they deliver like a functional piece of software to the user for feedback.
Oh, wow.
It's like building a house,
Yeah.
one room at a time,
Okay.
making sure each room is perfect before moving on to the next one.
Yeah.
So it's all about
constant
communication, feedback, making sure that the software is truly aligned
Right.
with the needs of the people who will be using it.
For sure. Yeah.
So what's so fascinating
Yeah.
is that Weaver points out that scientists have actually been using Agile-like methods
Oh,
for decades
wow. Okay.
without even realizing it.
Interesting.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
How so?
Think about the scientific method itself.
Yeah.
Like it's all about
Yeah.
experimentation,
Yeah.
testing hypotheses,
Okay.
and constantly adapting
Right.
based on those results. Like
Yeah.
scientists are
Yeah.
always refining their methods
Uh-huh.
and adjusting their experiments
Right.
based on what they learn
Yeah.
along the way. See what I mean?
Yeah. So they're constantly iterating,
Right.
gathering feedback,
Yeah.
and making adjustments.
Exactly.
In a way, the scientific process itself
Yeah.
is inherently agile
Yeah.
without even meaning to be.
Exactly.
And that's why Weaver argues that.
Yeah.
Agile methods
Mm-hmm.
are so well suited
Right.
for developing scientific software.
Yeah.
It's just such a natural fit
Totally.
for the way they already work.
Yeah.
So we've got this
Yeah.
traditional waterfall approach, which is rigid and slow.
All right.
And we've got agile development, which is all about flexibility
Mm-hmm.
and speed.
Yeah.
Where does that leave us today?
That's a good question.
Yeah,
Agile methodologies
Yeah.
have certainly gone mainstream.
they have. Yeah.
They're used across many industries now,
Yeah.
not just in software development,
Okay.
but in the world of scientific software, I
Yeah.
think there's still
Yeah.
a lot of untapped potential.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Scientific software is often
Yeah.
highly specialized
Yeah.
and complex,
Yeah.
so it can be a little challenging to apply
Yeah.
those agile principles effectively.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the potential benefits are like enormous.
They are, yeah. Yeah.
Like imagine a world
Mm-hmm.
where scientists have access to software that's not only powerful,
Right.
but also incredibly intuitive,
Okay.
adaptable,
Mm-hmm.
and seamlessly integrated with their research workflow.
Yeah. That would be amazing.
Right.
It would be a game changer for sure.
It would, yeah.
Scientists could focus on the science itself
Exactly.
instead of like wrestling with their tools.
Exactly. It would free up their time
Yeah.
and their mental energy
Mm-hmm.
to tackle those like big questions
Yeah.
and push the boundaries of human knowledge.
Yeah. So how do we bridge that gap?
Yeah. How
do we move from, those clunky legacy systems?
to this more agile approach
Right.
in scientific software development?
Well, one crucial step is recognizing that.
Yeah.
Scientists need to be more than just passive users
Okay.
of the software.
Okay.
They need to be active partners
Okay.
in its development.
That means bringing scientists and developers together.
Absolutely.
Right.
Regular communication,
Okay.
feedback sessions,
Yeah.
and a willingness from both sides to be
Mm-hmm.
flexible and adapt to new insights
Yeah.
are key.
It's like a collaborative
Yes.
dance,
Yeah. Constantly adjusting
Yeah.
to each other's movements.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a great way to put it.
It's about like
Yeah.
building a shared understanding of the problem
Yeah.
and co-creating a solution
Right.
that truly meets the needs
Yes.
of the scientists.
And this collaboration shouldn't just like end
Yeah.
once the initial software is released.
Right.
Let's talk about continuous improvement.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Agile emphasizes the importance of ongoing feedback,
Okay.
bug tracking,
Mm-hmm.
regular updates
Yeah.
to ensure that the software remains
Yeah.
relevant and useful
Okay.
as the research itself evolves. So it's not like a one and done
right.
situation.
Yeah.
It's like an ongoing
It's a partnership.
partnership.
It's a relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the exciting thing is that
Yeah.
we're seeing incredible advancements in this area
Okay. Yeah.
with the rise of
Yeah.
open source software and online collaboration tools.
Okay.
It's becoming easier than ever for scientists and developers to work together,
Yeah.
share code,
Okay.
and build on each other's work.
That reminds me of like
Yeah.
the Human Genome Project.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
Like this massive global effort
Yeah.
where scientists from all over the world collaborated
Yeah.
to map the entire human genome.
Right, right.
It seems like that kind of collaborative spirit is starting to take hold
Yeah.
in the world of scientific software
I
development
believe.
as well.
Yeah.
There are like
Yeah.
online platforms
Mm-hmm.
where scientists
Right.
can share their code,
Uh-huh.
contribute to open source projects,
Yeah.
and even crowdsource solutions
Wow.
to specific software challenges.
That's amazing. You
Yeah,
know?
like
Yeah.
harnessing the collective intelligence
Mm-hmm.
of the scientific community
Yeah.
to create tools
Yeah.
that are just more powerful
Right.
and adaptable
Yeah.
than anything we've seen before.
That's so cool.
And this kind of ties in
Yeah.
to another
Yeah.
important aspect
Mm-hmm.
of Agile development. The emphasis on building software that is
Yes.
modular
Mm-hmm.
and reusable,
Okay.
you know?
Yeah.
So instead of like reinventing the wheel every time,
Yeah.
you need a new piece of software.
Yeah.
You can kind of borrow and adapt components
Oh, okay.
that have already been created and tested
Okay.
by others.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This saves a lot of time,
Mm-hmm.
resources,
Right.
and often leads to more
Yeah.
robust
Okay. Okay.
and reliable software
Yeah.
because you're building on a foundation of proven code.
Right.
It's like
Yeah.
having a set of
Mm.
Lego bricks,
Okay.
you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
that you can use to build
Yeah.
all sorts of different structures,
Yeah.
you know?
It's like a much more efficient and
Yeah.
effective way to
Yeah.
approach software development.
Yeah.
Especially in a field like science, where the pace of discovery is
Yeah.
constantly accelerating. And that kind of brings us to this
Yeah.
fascinating question.
What does all of this
Yeah.
mean for the future
Mm-hmm.
of science itself?
Right.
You know?
It sounds like we're on the
Yeah.
cusp of a major
Yeah.
transformation.
Yeah.
But how exactly
Yeah.
could Agile software development impact the way science is done?
Think about it this way.
Okay.
What if
Okay.
scientists had access to software
Yeah.
that was as flexible and adaptable
Right.
as their own thought processes?
That would be amazing.
Software that could evolve alongside
Yeah.
their research,
Yeah.
seamlessly integrating
Right.
new data
Yeah.
and adapting to new
Yeah.
experimental techniques.
That would be really cool.
It would be like having
Yeah.
a research assistant
Yeah.
who could anticipate your needs
Mm.
and help you explore
Right. New
avenues of income.
Exactly. It
Yeah.
could revolutionize
Yeah.
the way scientists approach their work, leading to breakthroughs and discoveries
Yeah.
that we can't even imagine yet.
Yeah, it's like we're moving from a world
Yeah.
of static tools
Mm-hmm.
to a world of dynamic intelligent systems
Right.
that can like empower scientists
Yeah.
to push the boundaries
Yeah.
of human knowledge
Right.
even further.
And this isn't just like
Yeah.
science fiction. We're already
Yeah.
seeing glimpses of this future
Okay.
in fields,
Yeah.
artificial intelligence, machine learning,
Okay.
and data visualization.
Right. So agile development
Yeah.
is more than just like a method for building better software.
Right.
It's like a philosophy
Yes.
that has the potential to reshape
Yeah.
the scientific landscape.
Right. Exactly.
But how do we ensure
Yeah, that's it.
that this potential
Mm-hmm.
is fully realized?
Yeah.
That's like the key question.
That is. Yeah.
One crucial factor is
Yeah.
education.
Okay.
We need to train a new generation of scientists
Okay.
and developers
Mm-hmm.
who are fluent in both the language of science
Right.
and the principles of agile development.
So we need people who can bridge that gap,
Exact.
speak both languages,
Yes.
facilitate that crucial
Yes.
collaboration.
Exactly.
And we also need to create supportive ecosystem
Right.
where agile practices can flourish. This means like
Fostering open collaboration.
barring open collaboration.
Promoting the sharing of code and data
Mm-hmm.
and providing resources and support.
Yeah.
for scientists who want to adopt a more agile approach?
It sounds like a cultural shift.
It is, yeah.
Is needed,
Yeah.
like a move away from
Yes.
those traditional silos
Yeah.
toward a more collaborative
Yeah.
and interconnected way
Right.
of doing science.
That's a great way to put it.
And I think this shift is
Yeah.
already underway.
Yeah.
We're seeing a growing awareness
Okay.
of the importance of agile principles
Mm.
in scientific research.
Yeah.
And more scientists
Yeah.
are eager to embrace
Okay.
these new ways of working.
It's an exciting time
It is, yeah.
to be involved in scientific software development.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Yeah.
the potential for innovation
Yeah.
is immense.
It is, yeah.
And what's so fascinating
Yeah.
is that this whole movement
Yeah.
has its roots
Yeah.
in the scientific method itself.
Right.
You know?
It's like we're coming full circle,
Yeah.
rediscovering the power
Yeah.
of experimentation,
Okay.
iteration,
Mm-hmm.
and adaptability.
Yeah.
That has always been at the heart of
Yeah.
scientific progress.
But what about those of us who aren't scientists
Right.
or software developers?
Yeah.
How can we apply
Yeah.
these insights to our own lives
Right.
and work?
That's a fantastic question.
And here's the thing.
Yeah.
The core principles of Agile,
Yeah.
embracing change, iterating rapidly, collaborating closely,
Yeah.
are incredibly powerful,
They are.
no matter
Yeah.
what field you're in.
Exactly.
So it sounds like you're saying Agile principles
Yeah.
aren't just for software developers.
Right.
It's like
Yeah.
life hacks for everyone.
Exactly. Think about it.
Yeah.
We live in a world that's constantly changing.
Mhm.
What worked yesterday
Yeah.
might not work today.
Right.
So the ability to
Yeah.
adapt,
Wow.
to experiment,
Mhm.
to learn from our mistakes,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
crucial for success
Yeah.
in any field.
It's like that old saying,
Yeah.
the only constant is change.
Right.
But instead of fearing change,
Yeah.
we can learn to embrace it.
Precisely. And that's what Agile is all about.
Okay.
It's about having a mindset
Yeah.
that's open to new possibilities,
Mhm.
that's willing to experiment
Okay.
and iterate,
Yeah.
and that values feedback
Mm-hmm.
and collaboration.
So how can we apply
Yeah.
this Agile mindset
Right.
to our own lives?
Well, start by thinking about
Okay.
your goals
Oh.
and how you approach them.
Okay. Right.
Are you stuck in a rigid plan,
Yeah.
or are you willing to adapt
Okay.
and adjust as needed?
Okay.
Do you seek out feedback
Yeah.
and learn from your experiences?
These are great
Yeah.
questions to
Yeah.
consider.
Yeah.
It's so easy to fall into a routine
It is.
and just kind of go through the motions
Mm-hmm.
without really thinking about
Yeah.
how we can improve
Right.
or do things differently.
That's where a little bit of agile thinking
Okay.
can make a big difference.
Mm.
Yeah. Imagine approaching
Yeah.
your work
Uh-huh.
or your personal projects
Yeah.
with the same kind of
Yeah.
flexibility
Yeah.
and iterative mindset
Okay.
that we see in agile software development.
That's a fascinating idea.
Right?
So instead of trying to
Yeah.
plan everything perfectly up front,
Right?
we could break down our goals
Mm-hmm.
into smaller chunks,
Yeah.
experiment
Yeah.
with different approaches,
Uh-huh.
and constantly seek feedback
Right.
to make sure we're on the right track.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
about embracing that cycle
Mhm.
of experimentation,
Okay.
feedback,
Yeah.
and adaptation.
Yeah.
You know?
And remember,
Yeah.
it's okay to fail along the way.
Oh, yeah.
In fact,
Yeah.
failures
Mm-hmm.
can be some of our best
Yeah.
learning opportunities.
For sure.
That's a great point.
Failure isn't
Yeah.
the opposite of success.
No. Okay.
It's part of the process,
Yeah.
you know?
And by embracing
Yeah.
a more agile mindset,
Mm-hmm.
we can transform those failures
Right.
into stepping stones
Yes.
toward our goals.
Exactly.
This has been
Yeah.
a really eye-opening
BDAS.
deep dive
Yeah.
into the world of agile software development.
It's been great.
It's amazing to think that something that's started as a way to build better software
Mm-hmm.
has the potential to transform
Yeah.
not just the scientific landscape,
Right.
but also the way we approach
Yeah.
our own lives and work.
Absolutely. And it all goes back to
Yeah.
William L. Weaver's article in Scientific Computing and Instrumentation.
Yes.
And his Kimen observation
Yeah.
that scientists
Yeah.
have been unknowingly practicing agile methods
Yeah.
for centuries.
It's as if they were
Yeah.
ahead of the curve,
Yeah.
instinctively using these principles
Right.
to push the boundaries of human knowledge.
Yeah.
And as Weaver predicted, the core principles of Agile,
Yeah.
embracing change,
Yeah.
iterating rapidly, collaborating closely,
Yeah.
are becoming increasingly important in a world that's
It is.
more complex and interconnected than ever before.
Absolutely.
So as you go about your day, your week,
Yeah.
your life,
Yeah.
think about
Yeah.
how you might incorporate
Yeah.
a little bit of that Agile spirit
Right.
into your own work or creative endeavors.
Exactly.
What small experiment
Yeah.
could you run?
Yeah.
What feedback could you solicit? What adjustment could you make?
Right.
That might lead to
Yeah.
a surprising breakthrough
Yeah.
or a delightful discovery.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's like a call to action.
It is.
For all of us.
Yeah.
A reminder that
Yeah.
we have the power to shape our own lives
Mm-hmm.
and our own futures by embracing change, experimentation, and continuous learning.
That's a fantastic way to put it.
Yeah.
And it reminds us
Yeah.
that the journey of learning and growth is never truly over.
Right.
There's always something new to discover,
Yeah.
a new challenge to embrace, a new way
Yeah.
to approach the world.
Right.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the fascinating world of Agile software development and its implications for the future of science and beyond.
Thank you.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep being agile.